What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariel if you didn't know, and today's video is going to be all about dealing with difficult clients. Okay, so I mean, if you've been a lash tech for however long, it doesn't even matter if you started last week, you started 2 years ago, 3 years ago, everyone's had their fair share of difficult clients. I know personally one of my most difficult clients happened very early on in my lashing career, especially when you don't know how to deal with difficult clients, especially like you don't know what to expect. So let's get into it. Okay, everybody has, like I said, your fair share of difficult clients, but there are different circumstances for difficult clients. You can have a client that's difficult just based on how they interact with you. You can have a client that's difficult based on what they want, which is something that's easier to deal with, to be honest. Or you can just have a client that just wants to complain, just isn't happy, isn't satisfied with anything, or yeah. One of my biggest issues with difficult clients would be more so scheduling. This is actually one of the trickier things in my personal experience. I don't really have too many difficult clients per se. I think I'm pretty lucky with my clientele. They're very understanding, and I think it's like a mutual respect. I think it all comes down to value and respect, because at the end of the day, if your client doesn't value you or respect you or your business, they will treat you like trash. And it is up to you to cut that out. Being on Facebook groups and stuff like that, I notice a lot of people kind of just shut down difficult clients, or just kind of like tell them get the hell out, or just like I've noticed a very rude exchange. And personally, I don't deal with my clients like that. I just think that it's just not a good way to deal with people, whether they're wrong, you're wrong, it doesn't really matter. I just don't like to deal with people like that. I just feel like it's just rude. In my experience, I have had, let's start with like scheduling clients that are like difficult. So I've had clients where I've had a lot of no-shows, or I've had people tell me, oh, I'm so sorry I'm not coming, and it's like 10 minutes before their appointment. Or they're telling me like, hey, like, can I reschedule my appointment? And it's literally like I'm texting you to be like, hey, are you on your way? Or like I sent them the confirmation and they confirm, and then all of a sudden something changes. Like literally, it's usually like right before or like the day of. I've kind of dealt with that in my own way. A lot of people charge deposits to avoid any issues like that. I didn't want to charge deposits because I don't know, I just like, I know personally sometimes I don't want to spend, I don't want to pay the deposit even though I know I'm going. I guess it's like a bad way of thinking about it, but it's just like a, I don't know, it's like a mental thing. You just, I don't know, you don't want to pay the deposit. I do charge a deposit now because it did come to the point where like I had to, just because it was just too much. I was getting like, I think I had 1 week I had like 3 no-shows and like 2 cancellations in 1 week, which is like insane. I had 2 no-shows back to back actually, which was like out of this world. No explanation, no sorry, no nothing. Personally, I understand things come up, and I'm totally okay with you rescheduling your appointment, but the problem is when you don't let me know and I'm sitting here like an idiot just waiting for you. Just send me a message, you know? So I do make that very clear, like just let me know. I give you my number, I contact you, I give you a confirmation. You have ample opportunity to kind of just like, hey, I won't be coming in, or like something came up and I can't come, which is fine. Just like let a girl know, you know? That's kind of how I deal with that. At the end of the day, you do end up getting no-shows whether you charge a deposit or not. People are less inclined to not show up when you charge a deposit because they already know they put the money in, but it does happen and it's a part of the business, and I don't think it's right for us to get rude with our clients. I do think it's right for us to express the inconvenience without being rude. You know what I mean? When I do have a client that, I have a client actually that did do a no-show on me, and then I remember she actually came in, and this is before I was charging a deposit, and she was super happy. She's like, oh my god, it's so great, you're like one of the only people who don't charge a deposit, and blah 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, like, you know, as long as I send you confirmation you agree, like we're all good, you know? And she did no-show on me her second appointment, and then she messaged me maybe like 2-3 days later, and she was just like, oh, sorry I didn't show up, can I reschedule? And then at that point I was like, this is what my protocol is. Unfortunately, I do have to charge you a deposit now because you didn't show up. So that's just kind of going forward with that. That was how I dealt with that situation, but I wasn't rude to her, and I didn't feel the need to like fire her as like a client. I just kind of gave her like an extra step to guarantee she would she would come back. Okay, so that's kind of how I deal with no-shows and cancellations. It's not something that you can totally avoid, but it's something you can eliminate with a deposit. Deposits are basically the best way to deal with that. Then dealing with like a client who is difficult in terms of communication. Some clients are a little bit rude, some clients are a little bit aggressive, but I find that with my business and my clients, killing them with kindness is like the best way to go about it. I am so nice to my clients that they basically have no choice but to be nice back. I think this is like a personality thing too, but generally when you have your own business, you have to make sure your clients are happy. I actually was talking to one of my clients recently about this, and I had a very difficult client at the beginning of my lashing career, and it scarred me a little bit, but she was asking me if I ever took her back, and I didn't, but she did message me asking me to come back, and I was very, very nice about it. I just kind of let her know that I don't think lashes are for her, or I think I said that I personally didn't want, no, I think I said that I personally think that lashes aren't for you, and I wouldn't want to harm you in any way or make you feel uncomfortable. But if you were willing to try again, I do recommend so-and-so as a lash tech, just to give her the option. But I did explain why I didn't recommend lashes for her, and it was due to like an altercation with her service. She was uncomfortable, and I didn't want to go into it more, just because she had like her own personal issues. So that was that. But I did let her know kindly that I don't feel comfortable servicing her, so here's so and so and so, they can take care of you if you feel the need to have it done again. And then when you have your clients that kind of are just difficult with getting the service done and just like not being able to explain what they want, or they're having a hard time going back and forth with you, just being like that difficult client, just not being able to pin down exactly what they want. There's so many workarounds around that. That's like the best issue to have in terms of all the other issues you could have with clients. So personally, my best way of doing it is having a lot of images, a lot of pictures to show them, giving them the most value and when I speak to them. So it's not just very like light, shallow conversations. I'm actually talking to them about their lashes, talking to them about their options, like basically just educating them. Because then I find like when I do educate these types of clients, they kind of do like a 360, and then they trust you a little bit more. Because a lot of times when clients come in and they're super like aggressive and like pushy, like, you know what I mean, they're pushy and they're like, oh, I want this, I don't want this, I want this, blah 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 blah. It's your job to let them know that you are the professional and you have their best interest, and you can kind of guide them in a direction where what you do will suit them. And that way, when you do start educating them, they're a little bit more trusting, because it's a lot of the times people have bad experiences with lashes and they kind of build up this wall and they feel like they know more than you. And sometimes that's what happens, especially when you have clients that have been doing lashes, getting lashes for years and years and years. They've gone to so many different lash techs and so many things have happened, but you just need to reassure them that you are educated, you can do your job properly without being rude, obviously. Like, this is like my #1 point. Don't be rude. Be nice. Be nice to your clients. One of my biggest things is if you do have a difficult client that's in your chair and she is just doing the most, you stick it through. You finish that set and make sure that they are happy leaving, and then you never have to take them back again. As long as your client is leaving your space happy and they're leaving your space knowing you had a smile on your face, you don't have to take them back. Just get through those 2 hours, 2.5 hours, whatever it is, and just shut your doors on them. Obviously, this comes down to like firing a client, but you never want to leave a bad impression. So just as long as you kill them with kindness, again, they're like more inclined to like be nice to you. It's like they have no choice, you know? Obviously, you're gonna get those clients that don't care and just want to be like that, and that's fine too. It comes with the service, comes with the business. It's like being in a retail job where you deal with all these different people, and there's nice ones and then there's not so nice ones. So just try your best to understand where your client is coming from, and then that way it will keep your emotions at bay, and then actually help you. Understanding them will help you help them. So that's like the ideal situation. Okay, that is my little spiel on dealing with difficult clients. If you guys have specific scenarios that you want me to go into, leave your comments down below and I will do my best to kind of walk through dealing with certain clients. Okay, that is the end of my video. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back with something new next time. Bye!